everyone, welcome back to my channel Learn at Cloud Analytics. So in this video, we will be looking at the other charts that we have within Power BI. So in the previous videos, we had looked into the bar charts, like the different types of bar charts and the column charts, along with the line and area charts. Now, in continuation to this area chart, we will look into the other chart, which is the combo chart. So in the combination chart, so the name itself, we can understand that this particular chart would have a combination of multiple charts being considered. So here we will be having a line and a bar chart combined together in one particular visual. So let's understand how we can build this chart and when do we use this particular combination charts to consider, right? So let's get into the video. Okay, so I will just consider this existing visual based on my area chart, and I will just select this line and start column chart from my visualization. Okay, so now I will just add another field, which is so I already have my year and my sales metric being considered as part of the visual, and I would like to bring another value, which is my profit, and I would place this on my line values. So if you notice, when I've converted this area chart into this combo chart, right, the line and the start column chart, the values that we should be using here had been differed. So if I just go back to my area chart, so you see, when we had with an area chart, we only had the option for axis, legend, and values, but we did not have the fourth element to be included, right? So now, the moment I select this line and stacked column chart, it is having an additional column called or an additional field called the line values, right? So this combo chart is nothing but when you like to evaluate two different metrics together on a same visual, then you can go with this combination chart, right? So the combo chart would have a combination of a column chart and a line chart. So combining these two charts into one would help you to give a quicker comparison of the respective data, right? So these combo charts could have one or two y-axis. Like in this example, you see there is a one y-axis for this measure and another y-axis for the second measure, right? So that you can be able to compare two different measures together on the same visual, right? And when do we use this particular combination chart? So these combination charts or the combo charts are a good fit when you have a line chart and a column chart with the same x-axis, right? So for example, in this example, we have the same x-axis, right? So the x-axis values are corresponding to my year values. So for the year range from 2018 to 2021, if I would like to evaluate or compare how my sales and my profit values are progressing over this particular time interval, I can use this combo chart, which would help me to understand with respect to a bar and a line combined together, right? So which means that you are able to compare multiple measures with different value ranges, right? So this has got a different value range while the second measure has got a different value range, right? However, by using this combo chart, you are able to make the comparison. So, in this way, you would also be able to illustrate the correlation between the two measures in a one measure. In one visual. So, correlation is nothing but a comparison, like how are these values being related to each other, right? How are these values being progressed together during the same time interval? So in this way, you are able to use the combo charts within Power BI. Now let's go through the other chart, which is the line and clustered column chart, right? So if you select this, the charts that you see here, right, like it's similar to that of your bar chart. So even in bar chart, you have this clustered column chart, right? So it's the same concept. However, when you select this line and clustered column chart, you have these different categories side to like a side by side, like next to each other, and you are able to make this comparison with respect to both the measure values. So the first measure value is your sales, that is on your y-axis, and the other value is your line chart based on the second metric, which is the profit value. So by this, you would be able to understand like how these two metrics have been compared to each other during that particular time interval. Okay, so this is about the different types of combo charts that we have within Power BI. So now the next chart that we see here is the ribbon chart, right? So I will quickly create a ribbon chart on top of this particular visual. So the moment I've selected the ribbon chart from my visualization pane, you see that the chart has been transformed to the ribbon automatically. So this is also another flexibility here. So in case if you're not able to understand, or probably you're not able to make out which visual would fit into that particular data analysis, you can just select the data and the respective visuals from the visualization pane to see which specific visual would be helpful to predict, or which is conveying your message in the right format. So based on that also, you can be able to choose the right visual according to the corresponding data and the audience. Now let's understand when do we use this ribbon charts. So ribbon charts would help us to show which specific data category has got the highest rank, right? So these are being, like if you see here, we have all the values similar to that of your combo chart, like the options to include the fields within this particular chart, right? So everything seems to be the same. However, these charts would help us to understand which particular category has got the highest rank or the largest value. So these are effective at showing the rank change, with the highest range always being displayed on top for each specific time period, right? So let me just explain this through this particular example here. So we have the category being considered, which is broken across the different time interval, and we are trying to compare it with two different measures, which is the sales and the profit, right? Now what has happened, so you see that this particular technology category, um, so this is somewhere at around let's say that I'm evaluating it for profit, right? Now it has got 21,000 now during 2018. Now as it has progressed over the next year, you see that the profit value has been increased to 33,503. However, when it is compared to the overall different categories, this technology has become the second place. So which means that individually for every corresponding period, it is trying to place which category had got the highest value within that particular time period. So for 2018, this technology has got the highest value, and therefore it has been placed on the top when compared to other two categories. And when it has come to 2019, you see that the technology category has placed in the second layer, or in the second place. So which means that the furniture category has got the highest value compared to the other two categories during the period 2019. As such, as it has been progressed over the other years, it was able to compare and see which category holds the highest value, and accordingly it has placed that value on the top of that particular visual. So this is when you can use a ribbon chart within Power BI. Okay, so as a recap, ribbon charts are always helpful to um, highlight or understand which specific data category holds the highest value during that particular time interval. Okay, so that's when you can choose this ribbon charts within Power BI. So I hope you understood these two different types of charts in Power BI, both the combo chart and the ribbon chart. So in the next video, we will be looking at the waterfall chart and the tree map. So that's it for today. Thank you.